Good morning, children. We are back to discuss more about properties of shape and angles using our knowledge of shape to calculate angles. So I'm going to quickly whiz through what we discussed yesterday and then focus on using our knowledge of this to calculate missing angles. So as we can see here, both of these lines are 90 degrees. However, the lines I'm talking about are the red lines and the green lines. However, the question asks you, what do they show? As we can see here, the red line shows you increments of 45 degrees. Conversely, the green lines show you increments of 90 degrees. Okay, as Crystal correctly pointed out, this protractor is different from an ordinary protractor because this protractor is a 360 degree protractor. We would require two of the ordinary 180 degree protractors to make this protractor. Yesterday we thought about naming turns. So we know that a 90 degree turn is the same as a quarter turn because 4 90s make 360. A full turn is 360, and a 90 degree turn or a quarter turn is the same as a right angle because a right angle is 90 degrees exactly. Most of you contributed well. Thank you. As a side note, thank you very much for your participation and contribution and engaging in these lessons. Thank you for commenting and thank you for responding. Where shall we? Sorry, moving on. So this is where we are commencing today. Today, you should be able to understand that two right angles make what? I know we discussed this before the holidays. Yes, two right angles make a straight line. Similarly, two straight lines rather make a full turn. So we should be able to find that comparison and use that to help us. Okay, the question asks us to calculate the missing angle, which is missing angle A. And the second part of the question is there more than one way to calculate the missing angle? Well, yes, there is. I did try using this with Active Inspire. It didn't work for me, but I will continue to experiment and see how to do it next time. However, for today, just understand we have our hole is what? Yes, because it's an angle around a point, it's still going to be 360 degrees. Now we've got 70 at 73 at 35 at 72. You need to add up all of those angles and then use the total to think about 360, take away that total, and that will give you the size of angle A. And there we have it. All of those must equal to 360 degrees. The shorter way, or the most efficient way, should I say, is we know that these three added together must equal 180 degrees. Why? Because they are on a straight line. Similarly, this angle at this angle must equal 180 degrees. Why? Because they are both on the straight line. Therefore, or for that reason, we know that this angle must equal 110 degrees because 110 at 70 equals 180 degrees. Now, we have been given, so we've already done something similar in the sense that we already know that 110 at 70 equals 180. So we already have the size of angle A. Fantastic. As for this side of the straight line, we have not been given any angles. not explicitly anyway. However, being the clever children we are, we know that we have a right angle here. So this angle must equal 90 degrees. But guess what? All three angles, B plus this one plus this B, must equal 180 degrees. However, we know that we already have 90, so we already know that 180 take away 90 equals 90. So B plus B must equal 90. We are not adding 90. We don't have two lots of 90. We do need to divide because we're dealing with equal amounts. We know that 90 divided by 2, or half of 90, is 45. So we know that we have 45 degrees, 90 degrees, and 45 degrees, which gives you 180 degrees. All of these angles adding up to 360 degrees. Why? Because they are it is a full circle. Your activity is this. So pause the video now, work out the size of the angles, work out the calculate the missing angles, and then we will see where you are with that. I also have another activity for you to do, which is again just to check. We have two angles here. We know that these two must equal 180 degrees. And we know that these two angles are the same size. So what do we know about these two angles? They are also going to be the same size. We know that 135 add 45 gives you 180 degrees. And there we have our angles. Your next activity is here. So pause the video now, and I can't wait to see your explanations. And your final activity is here. How can you turn to get the correct combination? So you can use the keywords degrees, clockwise, anti-clockwise. I know most of you know how to use brackets and use them correctly. So if you can think of any synonymous terms or terms which you know could be used correctly here, then please do so. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and as always, make sure that you respond. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment box. Take care.